stay alert, stay focused, but step it up. You're ready. You're in tremendous shape. And him staying on me like that allowed me not to just keep it at that level and go to a decision. I kept pushing because I knew that even if I, had a tough round, I was going to recover in 30 seconds in the corner like we always do. So I just kept pushing, and something got through. And, Smoger's known for letting fights go. So I don't know what they said, what they talked about when Chad got up, but I looked at his legs and his legs was gone. And I'm glad he stopped it because it probably would have been bad. It would have ended ugly if he would have let it go. And I think it was a great stoppage by Steve Smoger.
Me too.
You said to us at the press conference Thursday, I'd be surprised if tonight. You hadn't scored a knockout for a long time against fighters, whatever, but another guy. When you said that, were you kind of giving us the business, or was it maybe something that you saw or sensed in anything at your press conference or watching my tape, or it made you think that, yes, I can knock you out, who's a bigger man, but you didn't just no way better guy?
It's just, this stuff doesn't happen overnight. Dan, it doesn't. It's like I'm still a young champion. I'm still a young puppy in this game. I went from fighting C-level guys. I got thrown right into the tournament against A-level guy. It takes time to adjust to fighting at that level. And I feel like I'm approaching my prime right now. And I just know how I felt in training camp. We went through 8 different guys, and then we went through good guys. And I don't mean went through them like just sent them home like, we used them a week or two, then we had to get somebody else in there. But I know my left hook was whistling in camp. Every day it felt like that. I felt strong, and I knew the tendencies that Chad had to bend over to one side, the kind of punches he gets hit with. And everything that happened tonight, I envisioned it happen like that, and that's why I said what I said.
So let me ask you one other thing, and personally you address this too. You said the one thing that lacked in your game was finishing ability. You said now that that's coming around. What in the world is left in your game? Because to me, there's no weakness right now. You're stopping guys and you're doing good. There are no weaknesses. Do you see any of yourself improving?
I look very dense to that. I know he finds something.
Quite briefly, before I speak, I do want to acknowledge another great light heavyweight champion in the back, Tavares Cloud, who's a light heavyweight champion of the world. I want to give him
Right over there.
And Adrian, the problem, Broner.
and the prophet, bro.
He's a problem.
He's a problem. Yeah, the problem. And listen, we knocked out a lot of guys in the half. So it never. Yeah, but I mean, you're talking.
Man, you hard, Dan.
I'm gonna put it in perspective for you, and hopefully, it'll line up right. We always knew we could knock guys out, but as professional boxing, we embarked on a career. The first priority in the career was learn how to win in a dominant fashion, and then seek the knockouts. I mean, look, at one time, we were 16-0 with 15-0 with 11 knockouts, and people were saying we were a puncher. But the fact of the matter is, we were in the B league, the C league. And if you look at every champion who has a lot of knockouts, 95% of them was when he was fighting B leaguers. Okay, elite fighters don't get knocked out. Okay, we would have knocked out Carl Froch if his hand hadn't been broke. We made the decision last year that we were going to start stopping guys inside the distance, and we began to adjust the training. I always knew he had a world-class left hook that he could punch with anybody, punch for punch with his left hook. So we made the decision that we were going to start. The weakness? The weakness is he doesn't get enough fights.
I'm trying in October.
So I think, we're looking at a kid who hasn't fought in 10 months that was this sharp. I dread that if he's getting every 4 months and gets into that rhythm like the greats, Ray Robinson and people like that, where he gets into that real fight condition and fight mode, that's when you're going to see the other level. So I would simply say the frequency of fights will make the determination on the end of the shore up the rest of his development.
Andre, you were already an accomplished champion before you came into this fight. But what do you think you showed America tonight? A lot of people watch this fight on HBO in addition to here. What maybe you were taking it to the next level?
Yeah, I think that's it. Just that we got another gear. You know, it's like I said, boxing is tough these days. You know, I don't think it was as tough in terms of from a media standpoint back in the 60s and 70s, and it's tough these days. Like you can shut a guy out and read the paper the next day, and you think that a guy lost based on some of the stuff that's written. So, you know, I just think that we showed that we can do more than win decisions. We got another gear, and that I'm just getting better. You know, I said it before and I say it again. I don't think I'm at my prime. I'm only 28 years old. I feel like I'm coming into my own and just getting comfortable at a championship level. You know, I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's still a lot of work to be done. I'm thankful for the victory, and I'm gonna rest up, enjoy it with my family, enjoy it with my friends. But we got to get back to work because I know it's a lot of guys watching this on television, and you know, they're gonna want a piece of me. So we got to be ready for that.
Dad, who would you want to see him fight next?
Look,
This is the only sport where you win a fight, and 20 minutes later they want to know your next opponent.
Well, here's what I was going to say, though, okay? Because
Wow.
we keep on shocking everyone with where we do go. Because if you remember, they were all saying, "What? You're going to fight Mikkel Kessler, a proven champion? What was it? Your 19th, 20th pro fight?
Something like
19th? Yeah. So we always kind of, you know, take things to a level that people don't really see. And what I was going to say, without giving any names, although, do you feel like going to Vegas next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, heavyweight. Heavyweight. Well, why'd you look at me when you said heavyweight? You know,
Super heavyweight.
well, no, that's funny because I probably am today. What I was going to say, you know, the next opponent is always the next big challenge, because one thing Andre's proven the last 3-4 years is every fight is one that people, you know, understand is risky and a major challenge. So that's what we're looking for. We're not, you know, times have changed. You heard what Andre already said. He's looking to bring it to a new level every time. It's the risk factor, it's the challenge factor that you have out there that allows you to do that.
This question. His last fight, this one should have been in Vegas. So when you say next week, will his next fight be in Vegas?
Are you trying to run us out of Oakland? Did you hear those fans out there tonight?
He's ready for the next level. Like,
Yeah, well, yeah, but you know, with Vegas, which you know, thanks. Now you just got Andre going on this. He's been wanting. Do you want to go to Vegas your next fight, or should we?
I think based on the buzz we had this week, we brought Vegas excitement to Oakland.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Hey, you guys, the media, Vegas or Oakland?
Oakland!
Oh, look, the media. Okay, good. We're gonna go to you guys for the site feed. Yes.
With the third round knockdown, it came towards the end of the round, and you dropped him really early in the fourth, and you seemed like you were intent to try and stop him then. In between rounds after the fourth round, was there a discussion between you and Virgil about slowing down and not kind of shooting your wad, I guess, in the coming rounds after that? And making sure you had enough left, like, for the championship rounds?
No, I feel good, you know, in situations like that because I train like that. I really honestly train like that. So, you know, I know that if I go out there and we have a tough round, or I throw 80 punches, 100 punches, and I can be dead tired going back to the corner. I know I'm going to recover because we train like that. So, just being smart in that situation. It wasn't necessarily a conversation about not shooting my wad. He never brought that up one time. It was just be smart. You know, be sharp, be smart, even in the midst of trying to get him out of there. Don't look to get him out of there. Get back on your jab, and that's something young fighters got to remember. When you get a guy hurt, you want to just throw caution to the wind. And if a dude is out on his feet, then yeah. But if Chad was buzzed, but he was still cognizant of what was going on. He was still looking for a shot, trying to roll. So I still got to be smart. So that's all the conversation was about.
Well, because it's been a while since you've been in that situation. It's been a couple of years since you even dropped a guy. So was there any discussion about that, being that you hadn't been in that situation at all?
No, we talked about this all through training camp. We talked about it all, you know, this week of the fight. We talked about it in training. We prepared for this to happen. You know, you don't know if it's going to happen or not, but we prepared for this to happen. We talked about it realistically, and, you know, I didn't predict a knockout, but I said don't be surprised.